Good morning and welcome to Our Issues Milwaukee. I'm your host, Andrea Williams. Our focus this morning is on the Milwaukee Repertory Theater. The Rep is the largest performing arts organization in Wisconsin in terms of audiences served and one of the largest professional theaters in the country. I'm pleased to be joined by Executive Director of the Milwaukee Rep, Chad Bauman. How are you, Chad?
I'm doing great, Andrea. Thank you for having me this morning.
I am happy to have you here because we are right here in the holiday season and you guys are giving us all a really nice gift. We'll get into that in a second, but during a normal year, the Milwaukee Rep welcomes up to 300,000 people at just about 700 performances of 15 productions. 2020, needless to say, has been a different kind of year for us all, but talk about how the Rep has been affected by the pandemic overall.
Yeah, as you can imagine, it's been a really difficult period of time for all the performing arts. We actually closed our theaters on March 12th, and we haven't reopened them since. So we've been closed for now 9 months. About 65% of our budget are usually ticket sales. And without having audiences in our theaters, we've had a really significant financial hit. And so we've had to pivot now to digital production, of which Jacob Marley's Christmas Carol is one that has allowed us to bring back some of the revenue and also to reach a lot of our audiences. But it's been a difficult time.
Yeah, to say the least. And we just spoke about how the live theater and live entertainment venues and the artists themselves have been significantly hit during this pandemic. So our goal today is to make sure everyone understands how they can help make a difference, especially all those art lovers. And also want to make sure people understand what you guys are looking forward to in the future. We're all looking forward to a brighter 2021, that's for sure. So it's no secret that every year families look forward to seeing the production of A Christmas Carol performed at the Pabst Theater. It's a tradition for many. And when it was determined that there would be no production this year, you guys went into full gear on how to make this possible.
Yeah, it was a pretty quick pivot. This is the second longest running production of A Christmas Carol in the United States. So we've been doing it for 45 years. It's Milwaukee's favorite holiday tradition. So we didn't even think about canceling it. This is such ingrained on who we are as Milwaukeeans. But we also knew we couldn't do the regular, major production. I think actually you were in our 2018 production, so you know how big it is. Yes. It's like usually 30 or 40 people. And just with social distancing guidelines, we knew that it was just going to be unsafe to do so. So we pivoted to producing a one actor, one musician version in which Lee Ernst plays 14 different characters on stage. We built an entirely new production from scratch. And then we were going to have it produced in front of audiences that were 25% of our normal capacity. But just given the surge in COVID-19, it just wasn't possible to do that. So we partnered with a HMS Media, which is a Emmy award-winning media firm that came in. We did one performance of the play. We captured it fully with high definition, multiple camera shoots, and we just actually released it yesterday. And so you can download it or stream it on demand now. It's $20 a ticket, and it's getting a lot of great responses.
All right, so that's $20 per household, and people can go to MilwaukeeRep.com to get more information on that. So you're not only giving people an opportunity to see one particular adaptation of A Christmas Carol, you also have your 2016 version by Mr. Mark Clements, right?
That's right. I mean,
director.
Exactly. I mean, in 2020, we need enough holiday cheer this year to have two productions. Yes. So we have released we've opened the vault of videos. We were releasing our 2016 production, which is our normal large production at the Pabst Theater, to stream for free. And so all you have to do is sign up for it. We will send you the link to stream it for free, and hopefully that brings holiday joy to a lot of families this year.
Absolutely. And that particular one, like you said, is absolutely free. And let me just say this before we move on, just being able to make that guest appearance with the 2018 production of A Christmas Carol, what I was just blown away by is just behind the scenes. the people getting their makeup done, some people playing multiple characters, changing, going up those stairs in those Victorian outfits. I thought, oh my gosh, I don't know how they do it. So just for people that are out in the audience, just to see that other side, I have so much more respect for what it is you guys do there at the Rep. And so thank you for that opportunity. Again, definitely something I'll never forget.
Well, thank you for joining us. It was quite terrific.
Yes, it was so fun. And what I'd like to talk about quickly, really just the importance of people being able to help you out by doing that $20 per family streaming of A Christmas Carol, because that money is actually going to go to help fund some of the artists as well as the facility, right?
Yeah, that's a great point. So 80% of our budget actually goes to people. And as you just said, there's a mountain of people that work behind the scenes to make everything happen. And these are folks that are your neighbors. These are Milwaukeeans. Everything that you see on our stage is created here in Milwaukee. And so when you purchase a $20 streaming ticket, it really helps us to be able to employ a local artist and our staff.
Mm-hmm. And another thing, you have one thing that I have to bring up, and that's since the pandemic, you've been offering online programming. You mentioned that early on to help keep the audience engaged, so to speak. So there are monologues from a number of your actors, there are workshops, there's even a series with different featured artists called What's the Tea? That's my kind of thing.
That's right. You can catch all of it on our website. Really, we wanted to engage with our audiences, which we can't see in our theaters, and we wanted to employ artists. So since the beginning of the pandemic, we've been able to employ 314 artists through streaming content. It's been seen worldwide, more than 1 million views on that content. So please go check it out. I think you'll have fun and you'll learn what the tea is.
And then when you talk about those people who support the arts, I mean, that means they are buying season tickets, and many of them are at every last show. And then you have some people who maybe can only make it to one show a year, but really supporting the arts goes such a long way, because we talk about what the theater is able to display to individuals. All the different types of productions that you bring to the table really can be enlightening for people who don't understand that way of life or that culture, whatever the case may be.
That's very true. Some of my best educational moments as an adult have come in as a theater, and it's kind of like edutainment. You're entertained and you're also educated. I heard somebody once refer to the theater as a gym for empathy. And so if there's anything that 2020 has proven us, is that we need to be able to see the world through other people's eyes and to be a little bit more empathetic. And so I think theater is one way of accomplishing that.
Yeah, and due to this roller coaster ride that we've been on called COVID-19, your originally scheduled 2021 season has been postponed to the 21-22 season. So it's not like you're scrapping the things that you had scheduled. We will still hopefully have the opportunity to see some of these productions. So let's talk about a few that's on the agenda. I'd like to know what you're most looking forward to.
Sure. I think, we pushed everything, as you said, down the line for a year. In that season, I think one of the things that is a highlight is Titanic. It's a really big, large musical, but there's also some smaller, world premiere plays that we have going on that I also think is going to be really fantastic for our audience to see.
Yeah, and I was kind of taking a look at things. There's one, Tony Smith, and this has been called the best new play of 2019 by Wall Street Journal. And it looks into the world of the first woman to go pro in baseball's Negro League. Yep. And those are the type of productions I absolutely love, because a lot of times I get a chance to see them and then tell our listening audience on the radio all about it. So how do you go about figuring out which of these productions you'd like to bring to Milwaukee?
Yeah, so we have an artistic staff who really works on season planning all year long. They're looking at, and we also have ourselves engaged writers to write work just for Milwaukee audiences to premiere it. So we're looking at what's happening across the world. Tony Stone is a great example. It opened in New York. It went on to California. It's a new play about a very interesting topic and a very timely topic. And it's a brilliant play. And so we knew immediately we wanted to put that on our stages. And so that's how things sort of come about. The artistic team is always looking for new plays, always looking to work with the best artists across the country, and they spend their entire year curating what's going to be on the stage for the next year.
Okay, so it's Tony Stone.
Yes, Tony Stone.
I tried to change your name to Smith. I'm sorry. Don't ask me where that came from.
That's okay. We'll chalk it up to COVID brain, you know.
And then you have one that I think people really of all ages can appreciate, but really those baby boomers. My Way, a musical tribute to Frank Sinatra. That's
yeah. Yeah, it's, you know, the theater produces 15 plays a year, and so it allows us to really produce a whole range from new plays to really classic music, and Frank Sinatra fits into that. Who doesn't like an evening with Frank Sinatra?
Right. Like, I mean, one time one of my friends got into the car with me and I was playing Frank Sinatra's CD and they were like, what in the world? I'm like, he gives me life. I don't know. You have Nina Simone, and I think is it four women?
Yeah, Nina Simone, 4 Women. Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. And that's actually the title of a song that was done by Nina Simone. And what an amazing story she has. As an artist, she was always outspoken and didn't hold back any of her thoughts or feelings, especially about being a Black woman. But she also had the whole scenario of dealing with her mental health, which I'm guessing would probably play a role in this particular production. So this is just an example of what you guys have for us to all look forward to.
Yeah, she's such a seminal artist in American history, and as you know, John Lewis said, definitely one that got in good trouble, and that's definitely a time for this.
I think that's a great way to put it, and not going to forget Ella Fitzgerald. That's a whole nother ball game. I'm excited, and not only, am I looking forward to a new year because this one has really just gone to crap, but
so true.
Really, I think we all have a better appreciation of everything that's around us, everything that we are able to take in as people and appreciate, especially the arts. So you're looking around March, April to possibly get back to having people come to the theater?
Yeah, that's right. There's a very bright light and a very dark tunnel, and that's with the vaccines. And so we have to just get there. We have to get there safely. So please take care of yourself. Please take the vaccine. Please wear your mask so we can all get back into the theater and we can enjoy live performance together.
Yes. And Chad, I want you to stick around. We're going to go to break, and then we're going to come back with another outstanding member of your staff to talk about how important it is to have diversity and inclusion and all of those things when it comes to the theater. So we'll do that in just a little bit.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Yes, Chad Bauman is the executive director of the Milwaukee Repertory Theater. And keep in mind, you can see 2 full productions of A Christmas Carol streaming worldwide now through December 24th. There's the Mark Clements classic adaptation, which you can stream free of charge. Go to MilwaukeeRep.com to receive a free link. And you can also see Jacob Marley's Christmas Carol, directed by Mark Clements, now through December 24th for $20 per household. That $20 goes to help out everything happening at the Milwaukee Rep. So it's a great way to support the arts. Enjoy Milwaukee's favorite holiday tradition from the comfort of your own home. When we return to our Issues Milwaukee, we'll continue our focus on the Milwaukee Rep and discuss their commitment to equity, diversity, and inclusion right after this.